joined by the coach of El Hilal, Coach Zoran Manojolovic. Coach, tough match with the final blow coming right at the end. Just your thoughts on how your team performed and the overall views of the game today.
First time, congratulations for Mamelodi Sundowns. It's be better team, have more post the ball, have more opportunity, score 2 goals, and it's sure a winner. The first time we play very bad. We freedom. I don't know what happened. The players don't try to play, and Mamelodi have 3-4 opportunity, and we have only one. If come to interval with a 2-3 goals difference, it's not a surprise. Second half will be a little better. We have more post the ball, and we have a big opportunity with the 1-0 with our player go in front of the goalkeeper. But in global, Mamelodi Sundowns, it's a winner, com justice, and one more time, congratulations for the Mamelodi Sundowns, who showed very, very good game.
Thank you so much, Coach. Members of the media, it's your opportunity to ask questions. If you have a question, please do raise your hand. I am not seeing any hands. Do we have a question for Coach Zoran? In the room, do we not have any questions? Going once, twice. I'll take that as a no. Okay, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good luck and all the best.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now waiting for Coach Mangoba. Coach Mangoba, thank you very much for your time. Members of the media, we've got Coach Mangoba Ngwiti from Mamelodi Sundowns. Coach, if you could maybe give us your thoughts on the game, considering the weather conditions that you were playing in, that final goal coming in right at the end, which I'm sure was quite important. Just your overall thoughts on the match, please.
I think organizationally, what we were hoping for, we managed to achieve, because we did not want them to be more in our half, because aerially they are very strong, and every time they get a set piece, you could see it was always going to be difficult for us. But I think after scoring the first goal, we put our foot off the pedal a little bit, and they started coming at us with a lot of corner kicks, free kicks, throw-ins in and around our defensive threat. And that nearly caused us problems. But again, we regrouped second half, and we demanded a lot of a high press and stronger counter-pressing mentality, which was always going to be important against these guys. This is a very awkward team. Not many people know it. It's a very dangerous team as well. And with an advantage of set pieces, they've got very good delivery, and they are naturally very tall compared to us. And we've always been worried. We could have played a different team for a different match, because we felt we had to make sure that we have Motobi in the team. We have Rivaldo Kutsia in the team, because on set pieces we knew we would always be outnumbered, and I think they did very well in that regard. But overall, I think the game panned out the way we thought. But still, one complains about the fact that we are not shrewd enough. We're creating some nice scoring opportunities, but we never really take them. But it will come, and maybe with confidence, it will come. Maybe the fact that we knew the type of opposition that we're dealing with, because we've been looking at their games, looking at their strengths, profiling their individual players, and looking at what they are capable of. So maybe players were a little bit nervous, because they could see some of the areas that this team is strong. In terms of play, we knew we can play better than that. But it was always going to be a set-piece game. It was always going to be a second ball game, which I think we dealt with a little bit better. But there's still room for improvement.
Thank you very much, Coach. Members of the media, it's your opportunity to ask questions. If you could kindly raise up your hand so that we can identify you for you to ask your questions. The floor is open to you. We will start with yourself, Mark. Mark, if I can ask you to just please project your voice for our colleagues who have joined us virtually.
Coach, like you say, this team very tricky. They reached all semis since 2007. Last season they missed out 5 points. The other league progressed. So very tricky team. With your dominance, which is one half of criticism was the lack of killer instinct until the game of the game. Otherwise, I think a good man.
Yeah, we are complaining about the team not being shrewd enough. And the people that you would expect them to score these chances are the ones that, unfortunately, today they did not take them. But yes, it's a fact. And we've been complaining about this. If you look at even the game we played against Chippa here, we scored 2, but we could have easily scored 8 to 10. Stellenbosch became a humdinger at the end. But it's a game that again we could have easily scored four more chances that we got. But unfortunately, we've not been very clinical. Our goal ratio is not bad, but if you look at the expected goals, the chances that we create, we always look like a team that can score as many goals. But unfortunately, we don't really take our chances the way we do. And we would not want to put stress and anxiety to the players, because the more you demand, the more you're putting them under tremendous pressure, and they end up not giving you what you want. So it's a very sensitive area to touch, but we are happy because not many people respect Al Hilal, and we, the people that have been in the group stages with these teams, we know what they are capable of, and they can beat you at any given stage, more especially with set pieces, because they always have 5 or 6 very extremely tall players on the pitch. And you don't want them to gain advantage and get into a defensive third a lot, because the more they do that, they stand a chance of punishing you. Like in the second half of our first half, we gave them a little bit of leeway and latitude to get into our half. And they got a lot of corner kicks, free kicks, throw-ins, and that's when it looked like they can get a goal anytime. But fortunately, we managed to come out of it. Then second half, I think we applied ourselves better.
Thank you very much, Coach. Mr. Mnyandu, I see your hand is up. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Tabang. Good evening, Coach. Congratulations on the win. Just on the result, the importance of after match day one, topping the group and working towards finishing on top for the next round. But also, I would like you to touch on the dynamics of playing behind closed doors. I look at Al Hilal at some stage, as you were saying, they looked comfortable going to just before half time in terms of attack. So are these the dynamics that also you'll be taking advantage of when you're playing away, because there'll be no crowd?
Yeah, the fact that there is no crowd, it levels the playing field a little bit, but it takes away a little bit of our play as a team, because as Sundowns, with that drum beat, you always expect us to always try to keep the ball and keep the rhythm and keep the cohesion of the team. But when we don't have the crowd, we don't get to play our normal way, because it's very close to a training match. It's just that the stakes are high. When you are playing, even in the Premier League, when you are playing without a crowd, the vibe and the match temperament does not really tell you that you are playing an official match and you can lose 3 points now, or you can find yourself in trouble. But fortunately, our boys, probably with the coaches that I work with and everybody around the team, I think we are trying our level best to make them understand with the fact that there is no crowd, it's just a leveler in terms of the playing field. And like you are saying, Al Hilal playing away from home at times got too comfortable, because there is no pressure from the 12th player. But one would also say it's the same for us when we are going to them and we are going to Mazembe. If you know what it's like in Mazembe with supporters, then you will understand and appreciate that maybe when you are going there and there is no crowd, it might be a different ball game.
Thanks, Coach. Colleagues, do we have any other questions for the coach? I see the
Coach
from Rob.
Rob Delport from Cape Town. Coach, just the importance of the 3 points before the trip to Algeria, because you did touch on it a bit there.
Yeah, it was our wish to win this one, because we always emphasize as Sundowns that we need to take the games at home, because with the games at home, you already stand a better chance of going further to the quarterfinals. But the good thing is that when you've got 3 points at home, it buys you a little bit more of aggression and confidence to go to the opponents away from home and demand the 3 points away from home. And we have put ourselves in a better situation, because if we can give a very good fight away from home and be able to come back with 3 points away from home, that would benefit us. But we know it's not going to be easy. Those guys have played probably 11 games and they are sitting on 6 draws, but they are not winning enough. So one is hoping to try and maybe capitalize on that. But we know very well it's not going to be easy in Algeria.
Thanks, Coach. I see there's another hand up from Velile. We'll take after. Mr. Mnyandu, go ahead.
Okay. Coach, in fact, I was going to touch on the opponent, because I see today that they managed to steal a point at Mazembe. But also I want to touch on the issue of this COVID-19, because now it looks like it's being weaponized by some teams. I see a game today which was cancelled in Angola. You have a situation of Kaizer Chiefs, and with that, are these some of the things that you are prepared for? That there could be other factors off the field that will be influencing some games and the results?
Yeah, I think it's that year, or it's that league in the Champions League where we are playing against adversity. There's so much that that is happening, even at home, because the next match we are going away, maybe we might find some of our players before we even board the flight. We find we've got players that have tested positive. It's already a setback. This season, I remember the game that we played against Arrows. We did not have 12 of our probably regular players in the team. And we went to Botswana with a team that did not have that. We ended up playing, I remember our midfield in Botswana had Bangali, Motobi, and AJ, because we are struggling with numbers, and people were thinking we are keeping players for Botswana, and they only realized when we were in Botswana that hey, Tembazwane was not there, Gaston is not there, and all these players that have been playing regularly, Rivaldo was not there. Then people started to realize that hey, there must be something wrong here. But the truth of the matter is this season is going to be like that. But I think CAF must be commended for trying to have some compliance officers coming from different countries, because our worry was if you're going to a country and you are testing there and they cheat you, you end up having a lot of players that are testing positive, whilst in essence they are not. Then it was going to be a concern. But they are trying to address that because they know in the Champions League, anything can happen. People like to cheat in the space. So we are looking forward to it and knowing very well that it's not going to be an easy one, because it has got a lot of things that are happening. Just now, Kaizer Chiefs could not go to Morocco because of the laws of the country and all that. So the same can still apply. We were also thinking which Algeria might have a problem with us, but fortunately, it looks like we are getting the visas for Algeria. So this thing is going to be a little bit tough, but we will have to see through it. Fortunately, this season, I think our team has been tested a lot. We've had a lot of setbacks, and we are trying our best to fight through those setbacks to get ourselves in a better space.
Thanks, Coach. Colleagues, do we have a question? Mark, please go ahead.
Sundowns obviously want to be in that space. This match is obviously a beginning towards that's the final goal to where he is. I know it's a rebuilding phase. You look at Kutsia and Mala and the midfield and for no football there. Clearly, this is a bit of a new team. It's obviously a big goal of yours. The new blood, prove yourself. It's been a little while since 2016. Other teams have had much longer. A little while for Sundowns to get to the final. It's obviously a big goal of yours to now get into that space as well.
Every season, Sundowns always wants to go to the final, to win it, in fact. We try, we always give it our best shot. But the truth of the matter is, one can help but appreciate that throughout all the adversities that we faced this year, we were also fortunate by now to have played probably 33 players in the team, which has never really happened in the past, where after 15 matches in the league, you already have 32, 33 players that have managed to get a chance to play. And that has helped us to develop our depth a little bit, because now we are getting used to the fact that there are games where Rivaldo will not be there. There are games where Hlompo will not be there. There are games now that Ricardo was not there. Brian Onyango is not there at the moment, but we are sailing on and we are moving forward. And that, to many people, might not look nice because we are changing the team regularly and they think maybe we are changing it intentionally. But I think these negative circumstances have somehow helped us to be more confident with our depth, because now we get to use a lot of players, and as a result, at any given stage in the competition or in the league or in the cups, whoever we play, nobody will say, why now are they playing this one? Because everybody has had an opportunity to play. Even now, Hlompo is out. One would want Hlompo in games like this, but unfortunately, when he's not there, because he's not been there a lot because of different reasons, and we managed to get some results. Nobody was complaining even before the match, hey, why Hlompo is not playing? Because they are now used to the culture of AJ would play one match and he would not play the next match, and Rivaldo, same thing, and it helping us to broaden our base because we've got too many matches. In the past, we would complain that in as much as we had a big squad, but you would not be confident of using everybody all the time. You would always have probably one when the same team, maybe are rotating in and around 18 players, but you've got a very big squad because we did not have the circumstances that we had this season where even when you wanted to use an AJ or a Rivaldo, unfortunately, due to injuries or COVID and other things, then you must look for somebody else. And they come in and plug the holes. Motobi got opportunities like that in the game against Arrows and he scored a goal. And we are trying to be very fair with everyone and we kept him in the team. Then it just keeps going, and people will complain, why this one and this one? But as the technical team at this stage, we're a little bit excited that at least almost every member of the squad has had a chance to play and he has contributed in whatever success that we have had at this stage.
Thanks, Coach. Colleagues, I will take one last question so that we can let the coach go. Robin, I see your hand is up. Please fire off.
Okay. Coach, I just wanted to check here. It seemed like you made a heavy weight of the game because there were so many chances that you had in the first half. Before Kemit Rasmus scored the goal, in 90th minute. Do you think you made it difficult for yourself, in terms of maybe winning this game early and wrap it up?
We've been making it difficult for ourselves, to be honest. Not only this match. There are far too many matches. If you go back to the game against SuperSport that we drew, I think we had 22 clear chances that we got in that match and we got a draw. Against Chip, I think we had 19 chances or shots at goals, but we made it so difficult and we've been in that space. But the good thing with that is that when we look at our XGs, our expected goals, we can see that there is far more chances we are creating, we are not taking enough. And there is also far more clean sheets, which is also suggestive that we are defending better because in the league, I think Dennis has had 10 clean sheets. And now in the Champions League, we are in that space of clean sheets again. So there are a lot of positives. And even when we have to work with the other aspects of our team, but it's better to work whilst getting the results than to work under pressure from the results not coming. It really did not look nice when we got a 0-0 draw against SuperSport, against Celtics. But the truth of the matter is we are still happy with the progress we are making in terms of how we want to see the team playing, and in terms of how many chances do we want to create in a match. Maybe now we are left to jump one hurdle to make sure that probably in the chances that we get, we try to convert more than 30% that we've been converting. Maybe if we can go to 50% ratio, then chances are that we might be able to achieve our ultimate targets.
Thank you very much, Coach. Members of the media, thank you for your time.